What's going on, my Flabby family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So apparently, man, Sabrina is going viral for actually going at it a little bit with one of the high schoolers at her camp. We're about to get into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 18.9, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it. All right, so if y'all don't know, man, Sabrina is overseas right now doing her camp tour, just showing love overseas. It's how you grow the game. It's how you get people interested in the game. I think I saw Kobe do this for Nike as well before, going over there, holding camps and things like that. I think Steph Curry did it for Under Armour as well. So this is how they kind of go overseas and show love for the support from overseas and also, get people more interested in basketball. So, yeah, so she's over here. This is her tour here, and this is the reason she left Unrivaled. So now the footage that came out was this right here, and Jacob actually, this is the first person I saw with this footage, so shout out to Jacob. He gave his opinion on it as well. So he said, "I never want to hear y'all compare WNBA players to men again. A random Filipino high school kid in Sabrina's camp is stopping one of the best women's player in the world. She gets mad at him because he kept beating her to the spot, and she created the contact." Okay, so this is his opinion here. Of course, I want to watch the footage myself, so let's get into it. That's the high schooler there. Sabrina driving it down. Okay, a little bump. Oh, it didn't throw the ball at him. Oh, my goodness, man. All right, so we're going to have to go a little slower, all right, so we can break this down. Okay, so she's driving. Good defense. Way to stay squared off with the ball handler. Not letting her by. Okay, good job. Moving his feet. And that's what you want. If anything, you want to be able to back up with your shoulders still squared off to the ball handler. And the shove off is okay. She only used elbow. It looked like her arm extended a little bit. When you extend your arms, 9 times out of 10, the refs might call that a foul, offensive foul, whatnot. But they'll let it go if you extend and just drop your arm. It looked like that's what she kind of did a tad bit. It's a 50-50 thing. Some refs will call it, some refs won't. Majority of the time, though, if you extend and show you extend after pushing, they're going to call that. But if you keep your elbow there, like you step back, keep your elbow there, and then shoot it, they won't call that necessarily. But let's keep going, right? Okay. So that's the little, she stepped back. Oh, and then she drives into him. Now, the thing about this is where it gets tricky. Because he was there on time, right? He was there on time. His shoulders are squared to Sabrina. And the thing is, when it's called a charge, is when basically he has the position squared off and her shoulders, like his shoulders are squared off and his feet are planted already. He's already there. And if you decide to go and shove them over, you can get called for that charge. All right, that's just how it works. Even if she's just backing down and she's coming off the spin, it still will get called a charge. All right, so that's how it works. He has the positioning. He's there first. So if you decide to run him over by any means, it's going to be called a charge. Now, I don't believe she ducked her shoulder or tucked it. She didn't look like she was trying to run him over. She just went like that, which is fine. That's legal. But if anything, he's there first, and if she does anything to make him get unbalanced, fall backwards, the ref 9 times out of 10 will call that a charge. So that's the thing, right? Now, it is her camp. If he would have faked it and won an Oscar, which I can't stand when players do that, man. Stop faking it. Anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. But if he would have faked it, I think she still would have got away with it because it's her camp. But at the end of the day, that's the ruling, right? If I get position first and you run into me and knock me backwards, that's the offensive foul, okay? Even though it don't look like she tucked her shoulder or anything, right? We keep playing it. Uh-oh. Hey, my bad, y'all. We keep playing it. Let's go back. Now, the next thing is, if the ref actually missed that he was there first, which the ref should never miss that. They should be looking at the defender, not the ball handler, because you want to make sure he's getting legal position. He's getting there on time to actually get the block foul, the offensive foul. That's the only way you can determine it, is if they're there on time. Because to get the blocking foul, you're there too late. And then that's when the player or the ball handler is tripping over your hip, your leg, anything like that, right? So that's a blocking foul. But a charge is when the player is in good positioning and you're running that defensive player over, right? His shoulders were squared. His 2 feet was down, planted. That would have been a charge, right? But let's say the ref did miss that, which he did, or she did, whoever's reffing. He did grab the hip next. So I think this is what he was called for, grabbing her hip like that. But nonetheless, she did initiate the contact and made him get unbalanced like that. So he grabbed her after getting pushed over. So it really just depends on what the ref was looking at. If the ref was looking at the defender, this would have went in his favor and been called a charge. If it was him just, and obviously it seemed like they were just looking at Sabrina making her moves, yeah, they're going to go with the defensive foul because all you see is her pushing him over and then the hip grab, right? Or him trying to keep his balance. So that's the main thing here. They threw him the ball. That's crazy work, man. Now, it is 2 angles to this, so I wanted to watch this one with you all. So this is the other side of it here. Okay, so he actually set his feet there, right? Let's see. Boom. He got placement right there. He's there first. He's there first. All right? Every time. If he's there first, they're going to get that call. Okay? Every time the defender is there first, they're going to get that call. 9 times out of 10. But, yeah, they're overseas. Who knows, man? The reffing was bad in the Olympics, too. But anyway, yeah, so boom. This is definitely a charge, man. Boom. She shoved him over and then pushed him. Oh, my goodness. Then threw him the ball. Come on, fam. I don't know exactly what was going on the entire time. The whole backstory of this, why she was kind of going at him like that, I don't know. Maybe he said something. And if this is truly a high school player, that doesn't look good on Sabrina, man. I mean, why the H she get that call? It's her camp. They had to save face. Absolutely. Clearly a blocking foul. Plus, she bodied him. A spin and lay would have ended this narrative quickly. Yeah, I don't think it was a blocking foul, man. A blocking foul is when the player comes too late and they're tripping over their hips or leg. And also, the defender's feet isn't set, right? His feet was set and his shoulders were squared off. If his shoulders weren't squared off and his feet weren't set, then yeah, that would be a blocking foul. All right, hang on. He pulled her and got called for the foul. No, not really the best video to make your point. And that's the thing. A lot of people would look at the hip pull at the end, but if you don't really know the entire thing about basketball and when to call the blocking foul or the charge, you wouldn't know that she did charge or she did foul the defensive player due to him being there already and his shoulders are squared off and his feet were planted. So you won't necessarily catch on to that if you don't know all the things about basketball. So I understand the perspective, but yeah, Sabrina was in the wrong on this one. Appears the defender was falling backward, hooked his hand on her hip to catch himself. His puzzled look after he fouled should get him laughed off the court. But that's what I'm saying, man. You got to understand the entire thing about basketball. If you don't know that part about it, you would think he fouled after grabbing the hip. So I get it. But yeah, man, she charged him. There's different perspectives on this situation. But yeah, if anything, man, asking me, it was an offensive foul. He was squared off. He was there first, and she kind of bowled through him. Although she didn't tuck her shoulders to actually truck him, it's still the fact that he was there first. So yeah, man. Anyways, I just wanted to show y'all this, man. It's kind of going viral. I'm pretty sure everybody else is going to be talking about this. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about Sabrina in this action here. Does it make her look good? Was she in the wrong? Or was the defensive player in the wrong? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.